to Us Against the Gods. A couple things before we get started today. If you know someone who wants to play in a Geomeric game, send them my way so that we can get them on the wait list for a campaign slot or for a one shot, because all the groups are currently full. We do have a Patreon and a YouTube channel. If you've not checked out our YouTube archives, we have hundreds upon hundreds of episodes, thousands and thousands of hours. Yes, check out. Go check it out. If you do watch any of those videos, do hit the thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. We also have some new products over at gmeric.com in the form of the Tiny and Mighty mugs and travel mugs. Go check them out. If you've not picked one up for your diminutive friend, you'll want to do so because they may be tiny, but they may be smighty. Lastly, we have a clip contest going on where if you toss a clip or timestamp of your favorite Geomeric moments in the clip contest channel, automatically entered to win a prize at the end of the month. This month's prize is a piece of Bubble Laser art. We're going to be giving away a headshot. If you're interested in getting some art of your character, go ahead and participate in that in the Discord channel. Let's get you guys started because it is time to play some D&D, and we are going to have to fix the vertical format avatars here in a moment. So give us a few moments on that, but we're going to get you guys rolling before that. So let's get you guys going. You guys are adventuring in the Fey Realms as you are working to reestablish control over the Shintara Grove. You've come to the Mythgate, home of the Unseelie Court of the Fae, a horrible and nasty version of what most people would determine to be the beautiful aspect of the Fey Realms. Last week, and we will go ahead and set our trigger warnings now, you guys, we are being very cautious. Please remember that if at any point you're having discomfort, please let me know so that we can handle that appropriately, because we are playing on a whole bunch of horrors and triggers. Last week, you guys entered the Mythgate paths to the Forest of Hanging Fairies, where you were met by a horrible and terrible smiling figure. He offered you the opportunity to stay and to answer questions. We will not put him on the screen now out of consideration for others. But after having dismissed his concerns, you guys went towards the palace, Unseelie Court's castle, where you were met by a Fomorian by the name of Duke Gorimond the Bent. The massive purple individual had a bit of discussion with you in spite of his lack of communication skills. You decided to go ahead and proceed in spite of the warnings and entered the court. There you met with a variety of, well, for lack of a better term, horrific fey creatures, all of which who had evil machinations on their mind. You've had a bit of a discussion with each of them, trying to get them to bend to your point of view in regards to one Nebula Angelson. Each of them had their own points of view, and after negotiation and diplomacy, you've managed to twist and bend them to your side, with the exception of Chancellor Krillkrix of the Thousand Names, who simply left the discussion completely. You'll put him on the screen now, just so that we can recall what he looked like. Insectoid and slender figure, skittered away rather than get involved. The rest of the council members, and we will place them on the screen here, and trigger warning, some of them are quite disturbing. We will place them all on the screen all at the same time. Each of them had their own purposes here, and we will go through their names once again just to make sure we have those right. So we had the Thornbound Seneschal, Valor Rootwise. We had Lady Morndew. We had Grandmother Velisk, Lord Crannock of the Red Feast, Mask of the 13 Smiles, Duke Gorimond the Bent, and Queen Melthrixa the Briar Crowned. You've asked for them to summon Nebula Angel Sin to the court, and the Queen is about ready to do so. You've also asked for more information regarding the Skriker, a mysterious Fey creature that has the capacity to break Fey pacts and deals.
We did not inquire about the striker.
You did not inquire about the Skriker? Very well. You did inquire about the Skriker. You're right. You inquired out of character about that. So, as we are going to go ahead and remove most of the council from the screen for the comfort of others, we are going to go ahead and have you speaking to Queen Melthrixa. What would you like to say now that you've negotiated with the various council members? What would you like to do?
GM, out of character question, what is her honorifics?
Actually, would you know? Let's roll a history check. Ooh, Your Majesty would do nicely. Not my lady. My lady is too informal. Queen, etc. Be creative. Have fun.
What's the worst that could happen?
Indeed.
Really?
I know, right?
So I shouldn't have call her Queen.
Check the headband.
Oh,
Check the
yeah,
headband.
that's right.
What is it supposed to be? Flashing 3 colors at once?
Before we do anything, Covet is. I don't know if I can be too subtle with it, but she's going to do Death Ward on herself because she realized that she's got everybody's name in there in the Book of Shadows, but her own. So she's going to go ahead and put Death Ward on herself.
Okay. As you do so, do you have the capacity for doing a subtle spell?
No, I don't. That's why she's just gonna do it.
That would have happened before the Queen made her reappearance?
Yeah, before the Queen made her reappearance.
The Queen never left. She's been in the room. Are you going off to the side? Because technically the council members are still around. I've just removed them from the screens.
Oh.
For
not
some
been left
reason,
alone.
I got the impression that she had left the room.
Let me double check my
As
notes.
of last week, she was.
She had left the room, yes.
Yeah.
The rest of the
So
council
before-
was here, so warning, we're going to put the rest of the council on the screen.
Cool. So before she comes back in, she is going to put Death Ward upon herself.
I had it inverted. I missed it. Very well. As you put Death Ward on yourself, Lady Morndew over here is going to look over in your direction, and she raises an eyebrow. And you're going to catch the slightest sneer from her.
She just, and in return, Covet will just raise an eyebrow. Not quite in challenge, but definitely of. And?
Roll an insight check. She doesn't believe that Death Ward would protect you in this place.
It's not meant to protect us, just to keep me from dying all the way.
The statement holds. So, are you ready for the Queen to return?
I don't. So, Twilight is curious about any type of history, legacy, understanding of, or what bargain his mother struck, but really doesn't know how to begin that inquiry at all.
Interesting.
I missed that.
Interesting. So, would he broach the subject with someone, or is he simply going to be uncomfortable and not know how to ask a question?
No, I'm sitting here thinking, trying to figure out how to broach the subject and to who I would broach the subject to.
Okay. So, let's go ahead and explore that. Why don't we? Of the 6 remaining council members who are still here, whom do you believe to be the most either sympathetic, compassionate, or friendly of these 6 individuals?
I would say the 2 on the right, only because we passed the initial taste test with the Duke. And then the awarding of an additional smile that I think takes her up to 14.
Yes. In spite of her title not changing. Yes. So, do you want to talk to Mask or the Duke? I know Covet's preference. No, I don't? Interesting.
I know what I would do, but I have not said which way to go, and I said it's your choice.
Very well.
I know who I'd go to.
I think I would start with the Duke, but my initial concern is, since he has, or at least what was given the impression that he had fallen out of favor, I don't want to have that as necessarily the association or the ramifications associated with whatever caused him to fall out of favor.
Understood.
Especially if Shadow's Whisper might have been the catalyst associated with that particular event, because Twilight doesn't know. Let's go with the Mask.
Very well. So, we're going to go ahead and let the rest of them fade into the background for the time being. As Mask smiles ever wider at you. Yes? Can I help you, Lordling?
I was interested in stories of my mother, her legacy, and some of her accomplishments.
Your mother, the Shadow's Whisper. She was rude. Very rarely smiling here in court. Such a shame, of course, but wise. Ever so wise. He plotted 5 7, 13 moves ahead and everything. She enjoyed chess. Do you enjoy chess?
Especially when others are playing checkers.
Hmm. Indeed. Have you ever played the Dark Fey chess?
So I don't know that Twilight has or not.
No.
I'm not
I
sure
will.
if it was in.
I would say absolutely not, unless you've been to the Unseelie Court, played with the noblemans here. You know, you may be aware of it, but actually having played it, I think your soul is too pure to have played it.
Would I have heard this at all?
Are you with them, or are you off on your own?
I would not let Twilight go anywhere by himself here.
Okay. So let's go ahead and arrange the party as a question, as a matter of point. I have Covet and Twilight together. Is anyone else with them? That's a no. Eowyn, where are you?
Fighting off grandmother.
Fighting off the grandmother?
Sorry,
No.
not sorry. We'll talk about this later.
Nowhere near the grandmother. Anyone's just off to the side since he's not needed right now.
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't understand her.
Repeat that, please. Need you to speak up. Microphone.
Anyone's just off to the side since he's not needed right now.
Okay, just off to the side because he's not needed right now. Understood? So he's alone. Islaren, where are you in relation to the situation?
I would have just finished up talking to the Thornbound Seneschal. So I think I'd be maintaining a respectful distance from this conversation unless Twilight had indicated like he wanted it to be a group effort.
Okay. Ayla, where would you be?
We're standing kind of close to Twilight and Covet, but not close enough to overhear what they're discussing.
Okay,
Trying to give them some privacy.
sure. And Mr. Bwinkle, where would you
Yeah.
be?
Because she has my leash.
Understood. So, you're attached by the snoot, Ayla. Gotcha. All right. So, Twilight, with Covet and you talking to Mask of the 13 Smiles, she offers you the opportunity to play the Dark Phase chess.
What does it entail? I have not played it before.
As Covet wanted to do an insight check, we will allow that. Covet, this is a very dangerous game that this person's offering to play with Twilight.
Like, how dangerous are we talking about? And this is just for the player, not
Right.
the character.
This could derail the entire campaign. This could be the end of the entirety of Twilight Skull's existence.
She just gives a subtle, as subtle as she possibly can, shake of her head. Don't.
Twilight.
Or if she's holding his hand, she'll squeeze, like the double squeeze. Do not.
I had given her a response.
He smiles. The response, because we had to check in with everyone. Your response was what again?
Can't say that I have. Don't know much about it. What does it entail?
Well, we would play piece for piece. In exchange, I would reveal secrets about the Shadow's Whisper. For every piece you take, I would give you a secret. But for every piece I take, smiles, I would take a secret. This game may not be up to your... But at least I'm offering. I know much about your mother.
While I am not in a position to play at this time, may be worth considering in the future.
The figure, constantly smiling, gives you a gentle nod. Of course. Cowardice can be viewed as wisdom in some cases.
Or an evaluation of one's immediate necessities.
Risk assessment is truly wise. You have inherited that from your mother. She refused to play as well. Your mother deemed games to be unnecessary. I found her nearly humorless. Never gave me a smile, not a frown, just a poker face that could nary be read.
Well, considering that I have given you a smile, I guess that puts me one step above my mother.
Perhaps so. So, what is your plan with Nebula Angelson, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, that would be telling. I could provide you with a response, but then you would need to give me a secret about my mother.
Very well. I accept the contract.
It has to be me.
Nebula has information about the Grove, and my first order of business is to acquire that information. Your turn.
Your mother's favorite fruit, strawberries.
Removing Nebula from the board hampers Solid Neverworld's power base. Your turn.
Given freely after we've already exchanged one for one. Interesting. I suppose I'll return in kind, out of courtesy, not contract. Your mother enjoyed the manipulation of others for her own aims, and she worked closely with the Queen.
What bargain did she strike before she left the Glum Court?
Oh dear. The laughter of this figure draws the attention of everyone else in the room. Oh dear. So many deals, dear Moy. So many deals. Shadow's Whisper was involved with everyone. She had plans within plans, webs within webs. How deep those went, I can't even tell. I don't know what she was up to, nor does anyone else here, as far as I know. No, 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 no. She had plots within plots. Shadow's Whisper wasn't only her name, but her method of acquisition.
And okay.
Did you know your mother well?
We were separated when Shantara fell, and I have not seen her since.
Such a poor thing to happen to such a child. It's such a shame. After all, children should be encouraged to have good feeling, to have joy, as many smiles as they can. Don't you agree?
When given the opportunity, there becomes an equal balance between joy and tutelage. And while, yes, there should be enjoyment, it is an opportunity to learn through trials and tribulations, as it establishes the framework upon which a life is most successful.
A dodgy answer.
I spoke truth.
Do you believe children should be happy?
They should have happiness in their life.
I agree. Ah, I'm so sorry that the Shintara Grove stole your childhood from you. We could have been great friends.
The opportunity still exists.
Perhaps. When Shintara, I presume, should you succeed, when Shintara is restored, will you have party?
There will be a grand celebration upon the restitution and restoration of Shantara.
That sounds delightful. Shintara Grove has stolen many smiles from the faces of others. I believe that it's time that those smiles be returned, don't you?
I look forward to the grandeur returning to the grove that it once was.
Very diplomatic Twilight's call. Perhaps the Twilight's call when you will answer. Now,
Mother had a way with names, I understood.
oh, names indeed. Your mother, the way with words. Oh, delightfully manipulative. I wish you could have met her. Such a shame. And
Though I still don't know her final disposition.
as Mask was about to turn and walk away, she turns back to you with her hands clasped one over the other. Twilight's call. Nor do we. Nor do we.
I bid you well. And many smiles.
Right? So, as the rest of the council is milling about, we're going to check in with the rest of the party. Anyone still standing there, minding your own business? It's Lauren. Anything you doing?
Nope, just waiting for the queen to return.
Okay. Ayla and Winkle? Nothing?
Nothing.
Nope.
All right.
Just standing here waiting.
Very well. As you guys are waiting, servants will come out, a variety of dark fae and gimblebox will walk in with beverages and hors d'oeuvres. The various council members will partake of this. Will any of you?
Do I recognize anything in terms of the beverages order?
The water appears to be very clear, almost supernaturally clear. The various foods are literal fingers. Some of them have a small pate or paste between them, forming finger sandwiches.
I will pass on the finger foods.
Understood.
They've warned us against eating the foods here, so I will decline.
Yeah, and normally I'm real interested in what kind of foods they're serving, but not this time.
Not this
I
time.
will decline.
Okay.
Winkle's looking and going, and really looking at it, and next thing he feels his jerk on it from the leash. So he leaves it alone.
And then I will lean over and whisper to him, "We were told not to eat anything here."
He goes, mm-hmm.
Right. Well, after about 40 minutes of people milling about and minding their business, the queen will reappear in a swirl of musty leaves and twigs. Have you determined how we should proceed, council members of the Unseelie Court? Are we to aid these, or shall we shun them? At that point, that Grix will return. He's hard to miss as he skitters into the room. Standing behind everyone else, he's grinning with his beady eyes. The council turns, one by one, and will speak. Lord Crannock of the Red Feast will speak first. Aye, we've decided to help with the Angel's Inn. If the Shantara Groves be restored, we will be interested in the feast. Lord Goramond the Bent We hope. We say Angel Sin should come and answer. Come and answer for what is done. On the other side, Grandmother Vilisk. Ooh, they have points. They do. They're cute. I think we should help them because they're cute. Especially that one. And she points over at Eowyn. Lady Morndew is going to defer to the Thornbound Seneschal, Valor Rootwise. I believe that our aims are best served by aiding those who would aid us. Let us assist them in their aims for the Shantara Grove. As far as Nebula Angelston, we care not for the individual. Grithgrix in the back will clickety-clack in an insectoid language. Does anyone understand the language of the Grithgrix?
Do not.
I can cast comprehend languages, but it'd take 10 minutes to do so. So I don't know if it'd be worth it.
And
for
it'd be
me.
obvious that you're doing.
Yeah, no.
So they're going to skitter and gesticulate wildly. They are very enthusiastic in their opinion and very emphatic about their points.
Are
Not sure if they're angry or happy.
Are they considered a beast or no?
No.
Okay, then never mind.
You know, they are a fey creature.
Just making sure.
Lady Morndew will then speak up. We trust them to be themselves. We trust them to distrust us. We trust that the Shantara Grove is their aims, and we seek to reassert ourselves. We will agree to sanction the Angel Sin, should your majesty approve. The queen turns to each of them in turn. You have all spoken. I will take your matter to heart. The council is dismissed with thanks for their attendance. We will see you in a fortnight, council members. Maintain your house. Farewell. The rest of the council members will turn and begin to leave. As they do so, Duke Gormond is going to nod with a smile at the party. Nod 6 times, 1 for each of you. Lord Cranach is going to come up to Twilight. I look forward to the big feast. It'll be great.
Be one worth remember.
As he walks by, he pats Winkle on the shoulder as high as he can, anyway. We look forward to eating soon. He winks at Ayla. Grandmother Vilisk is going to come past Eowyn. Cutie? Cutie? Are you there, cutie? Tugging on your sleeve, Eowyn.
Evan will look to her. What is it?
think that you're in danger. Very careful. Dean likes you. I do. I don't want bad things to happen to you. Tell you what. Don't blow anything up. Okay? After all, we can't be together if you're dead.
Oh, okay.
She smiles and is going to lean forward as if to kiss you. Are you going to accept this?
No, I'll just give her a pat on the back.
You're going to give her a pat on the neck?
The back.
Oh, on the back. Okay. Pat on the back. As you give her a pat on the back, she's going to come back and smile with a little bit of a sorrow. You know, could be really good together. Really good together. My magics and yours can combine this really powerful air.
Okay. Should you be going now?
She smiles. Such a shame. Such a cutie. Such a cutie. I'll remember you, cutie. And she's going to shuffle off. Not before stealing 4 or 5 more glances before she leaves. The seneschal walks past Islaren. Farewell, ambassador. And without an emotion, without anything else, just walks away.
I just give him a nod of acknowledgement.
Kilcrix in the back is going to skitter away almost instantly after being dismissed. His carapace clattering on the floor and walls as he passes. From the darkness, you'll see his baleful yellow eyes blink at you all twice before disappearing. Mask comes over Twilight's call. I hope that the fate of your mother does not befall you, for you are well spoken and a delight to work with.
Of course.
May Shantara be home to many children in the future.
And may their joy echo once again within the woods.
May their smiles spread far and wide from ear to ear.
And may their opportunity to learn and understand never cease.
She smiles at you even broader. Indeed. May they learn all they will. With a nod, she's going to smile at Covet. You've got quite a catch in this one. I'm not sure he even knows how much of a catch he is. Be careful. Egos pop easily. Keep a smile on his face. It deserves to be there. And she's going to walk away.
Covet's just going to just take a page from Shadow's Whisper and just remain neutral. But inside, she's just like, oh my.
Lady Morndew is the last to leave. She's going to approach the party as a whole, as you guys will naturally begin to reconvene as a small group. As the rest of the council members are sifting away, he glides towards you, not walks, glides across the floor. You don't see any footsteps, you don't hear any footfalls. She comes over. It is important to us that Shantara be freed. We want the Shantara Grove be liberated from the shadows. When you go there, beware my corrupted sisters. They have lost their way and will tear at your minds. If you are willing, I would grant you a boon.
Twilight's interested.
Covet would, honestly, she'd ask, what kind of boon?
I will grant you the ability to ignore my sister's call once. I cannot do more without endangering my position here in the court. But in exchange for a promise to free the Shantara Grove from the shadows, I will grant you the ability to ignore one of my sister's calls. Can I get an insight check from everyone? All right. I'm going to send this to Twilight and Covet because they're the only ones who rolled high enough on this. There you go.
This is a G question. Okay, GM. This is out of character, and this is more for clarification. In the past, we have been told on several times that we can't clear all the shadows from Shantara. Is that correct? I have this in my notes several times. Is
Correct.
this true?
That's true. But that's
So
not what
the
she
word-
asked for.
No, she said to get rid of all the shadows. We can't do that. So the wording is messed up.
It's iffy.
Uh-huh. That's the reason why I wanted to roll an insights check to begin with.
Sure. So that's what she's asked for.
While I am inclined to agree, my understanding is that the shadows can never be totally or completely removed from Shantara Grove. Though I am looking to remove the Sons of Shadows,
The Child of Shadows.
the Child of Shadows, and Thalia's influence over them. We're out of character. We're interested in reducing Thalia to more of a custodian of shadows, but the shadows themselves cannot be completely removed.
That is acceptable. He nods. And she's going to come over to you. Are you the only one who accepts this deal? Or will the rest of your allies do so in kind?
Twilight will turn to the party and explain that she is offering to give a opportunity to ignore the Banshee's wail
For one time.
once.
Lauren will think about this. It's a not very good insight check. I think she has misgivings. As
We've dealt with banshees for as well in the past on the material plane. When we went through the
Yep, and-
banshee.
as well as when we we're fighting the Wendigo. We dealt with banshees there too. But Islaren is going to decline the offer. She's not going to say why out loud, but reason being, she, I guess, isn't quite secure enough in the idea that it might be offered without a catch.
That was my thought as well, is Lauren, that there may be a catch that she's not telling about, because I don't exactly trust these people, creatures, whatever they are. So I think I will decline as well.
With that insight check that Covet had, is the banshee is she on the up and up, or is she is it true to the contract, or can she tell that there is more to it?
Roll your insight check.
I rolled a 25.
With a 25?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. You're good. So with a 25 on this, she is legitimately she's legitimately offering the protection from a banshee's wail, one, in exchange for a promise that you guys are going to do what you said you're going to do. She legitimately wants the Shantara Grove and her sisters, the banshees, removed from the Shadow's control. Everything she said is true. But I am going to send you a whisper. The best way.
Yeah. I've got a question, and I think you know which question is going through my head right now.
Is it what's the worst that could happen?
Not that
But yeah, well, that's what I thought too,
one. That was already at the beginning of the session. That's all encompassing.
I think that's the best way I can put it without anything else.
Covet, yeah. Covet will lean over to Twilight, and she will be like, I don't know if this is a good idea, because it is free from the shadow's control. It doesn't mean that they'll leave. It doesn't mean that they won't create their own chaos once they are no longer under the control of the shadows.
Part of cleansing the grove.
Yes, but we want them on our side. We don't necessarily want to kill her sisters. She wants her sisters alive, obviously.
For the record, she did not
that
ask.
wasn't part.
She did not ask for the banshees to
That wasn't part of the conversation at all.
Not at all.
So we will have to deal with them once they are no longer under the control of the shadows. We will have to find them and make sure that they are where they belong or deal with them ourselves.
In Twilight's mind, even with his 24 insight, she offered a boon for doing exactly what he planned on doing anyway.
Okay, this is where Covet's trying to be. She's... She's actually going to look at Twilight and be like, are you seriously considering this? Even if the fallout could be great.
Fallout.
How many more sisters are in there?
I'm sure there's quite a few that are currently corrupted by Thalia and her control of the shadows. I plan on cleansing the grove. So this gets me through at least one encounter of the sisters. In exchange, she says, do what you're going to do to the grove. I'm going to cleanse the grove.
Sorry, hold on just a second. I'm going through everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do with these things. Well, if you're going to do it, lie. What? Before
Daddy's just doing the Jeopardy. Do 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 do.
Well, the thing is that Covet is the kind of person that would think through everything, every angle, and right now,
I know that. We're just going to sleep while we wait.
right now, it's very much one of those situations of she's almost leaning towards, honestly, what would Leslie do? As much as she hates that, because she realizes how much control there is with that, but at the same time, she is no longer on the leash and wants to show a bit of good faith. But with that caveat of no longer under the shadow's control, she's like, we could take them out if we need to.
Just having already suffered the effects of a banshee wail once, he is inclined to have a protection.
So just out of solidarity, she's going to accept it, but
Okay,
it's very much begrudgingly.
cool. What about the rest of you? Ayla, would you accept this boon, this deal?
I had already said no.
Okay, Winkle?
Winkle, since he almost died once, he will take it.
Okay. Islarin?
I've already declined it.
Eowyn?
I think I'll decline it.
So half the party accepts and half the party decline. Very well. He's going to lean into Twilight, Covet, and Winkle and is going to whisper just a breath over your ears. The three of you will be protected against the first Banshee's wail that you hear and be immune. There's another effect that's going on, but that's besides. He nods to each of you, and with a little shift in an unfelt wind, her figure will glide away, floating as the Banshee of the Unseelie courts the room.
Is there any conflict between her whisper and the whispers of the grove that got going on?
The whispers of the grove will grow fainter.
Okay.
I love the question. Great question. So, you are left with the queen. Alone. The presence of this figure is malevolent, dangerous, deadly, and dark. Even without the council, she poses an insurmountable danger to each of you. Even as a collective, stand no chance against her. She nods at you all. Are you ready for the angel's sin to arrive?
We are, Your Majesty.
She reaches into the air and pulls out a small bell. The bell itself is covered in an enamel coating, shimmering with small yellow stars. The bell itself is midnight blue, and the little jingle that comes out of this bell is sorrowful and delightful at the same time, almost hopeful. In a shower of feathers and moonlight, a figure appears. Her wings are diaphanous and show galaxies beyond. Her dress, long and against the floors, falls in smooth folds. She looks nervously at the situation, having been called to the Unseelie court against her will. She looks at the queen and will curtsy deeply, almost to the floor. The grace of this is amazing. She turns to the party, who are here. Well, not very pleasant, but not surprising. The queen speaks. Nebula Angelsin, these have asked for your audience. They have convinced the council that you are to be seen by them and spoken to. We have granted their desire. You are here. Gestures to the party. Speak your words.
Real quick, GM, it was more than just the audience. It was to have her turned over to us.
Correct. But she's asking for you to say words.
Your Majesty, you honor us for this audience and this opportunity. And Nebula, your actions, and I speak plainly, have caused harm to this plane and others. They have spread Thalia's influence beyond that which is healthy. It has been shaped by your actions and the forces and opportunities that you've provided. I am not here to ask for your pardon. I am here for you to take responsibility, to set yourself upon a path of potentially redemption, but more to own the consequences of your actions and to reduce the influence that you have spread beyond their bounds. I have requested that you accompany us in the removal of Thalia Neverworld from her current position in Chantara Grove, and to remove the influence and to assist in the cleansing of the grove itself.
He looks at you. If I do that, then I will cease to be who I am. I am not in a position that I would enjoy such a bargain.
There is many who would like to see you not exist altogether. There is the Keeper, who would like to see you dangle from his branches. There is a member of this court that would like to see you pass on to the afterlife. And there's even a divine influence that seeks acquisition of you into their forces. Many come seeking you.
So why would I agree? What motivation do I have to strip myself of power and to die?
I'm not asking you to die. I'm not asking to strip you of your power. I am requesting you to use your powers and restitution to undo the harm that your actions have enabled.
How?
Join our forces. Bring those that are required as part of the assault. And then assist in the removing of the corruption that currently plagues my home.
Cannot. I am bound by pact and creed. I cannot act against Thalia Neverworld as I am.
Covet will look at her and you said pact. Is she your patron?
Someone watched yesterday morning campaign. She is not. But I have made deals with her. Deals that are not easily broken.
What do these deals entail?
You expect me to answer you?
What can you tell us? For Covet knows that you can't directly speak of a pact, but there are ways to speak around it.
She's going to contemplate for a few moments. My position is tenuous. I've made deals and negotiations, and she turns to the queen to look at her, and the queen furrows her brow, intending that Nebula answer the question. I sought power, and Thalia made things happen in a way that brought it to me. She is not the one who granted me the power, but rather the agent who negotiated between me and another.
Winkle turns to Ayla and says loud enough for people to hear, "Who's the agent?"
Thalia Neverwhirl. She's the one who negotiated between me and another. For you see, prior to my arrangement with Thalia, I was lost here in the Fey Realms, and I sought my place, powerless, weak, uninfluential, and ugly. I had nothing till Thalia introduced me to the one who made me beautiful.
There's a couple of people that I can think of right now. But just to verify, I know nothing about that. That was a nat 1. Holy crap. Okay. Because the last conversation that she had, and this is just going to go along with that role, was Drake Crystal Glow. And she was the one that helped Spectra become beautiful. She was a red cat. But Drake's dead. And Drake can't give her that kind of power. And so she's going to go with that kind of logic right now. She can't think of anything deeper in regards to that person. And then would I have to do a secondary insight check for another person?
Sure.
Or is that just
You can
across
do that.
a board?
Do that, that's fine.
28 and the queen.
The queen?
Right here in front of me.
You think the queen herself is the one who did this? You're
Her
right.
or So with that, she really does not want to piss anybody off. So she just kind of leans over and just, well, not leans over, she just squeezes Twilight's hand, because this whole time she's holding his hand in solidarity.
Power and beauty. Choices, bargains, agreements made. I'm sure there is a pathway forward where mutual benefits can be retained, and perhaps further service retained as well. Question is what would be needed in equal exchange to come to a new agreement or bargain, and perhaps even seek the services of another to break the legacy.
I'll only agree. You can send me.
Where is home?
She doesn't answer that. Looks like she wants to, but she doesn't. The Queen turns to you. What would you have done with Angel Sin?
Your Majesty, as I negotiated with Mask earlier during the interlude with the council, first item that I had for Angel Sin was information on the grove itself, from what she knows of its current state, what's there, what potential threats we will encounter, and any unseen or unknown surprises that await us. The second is to leverage her multiplanar ability to bring allies and forces to assist in dealing with the Kraken and other threats that impact our approach to the grove. And third is to leverage her light that stands in counter to Thalia's shadows and darkness as we move to cleanse the current corruption.
The Queen looks at you. Why should I enforce a deal that you've made with others?
So her question was, why should I
Force a deal that you made with others. And I would encourage you to go ahead and pause if you want and discuss with your friends and go out of character to discuss how you'd like to proceed on this. Because I recognize that we are dealing with matters of words and intentions, and I am absolutely bending things and twisting things in ways that are not fair.
So the thing is that the way that she said that, it's very much an open-ended question.
Yes,
Which deal is she specifically talking about?
she didn't specify.
That's
Yeah.
that's
How
go
about
for it. It's Lauren. You started first.
And currently, we're out of character.
I I was gonna say we could take the angle of these are not deals we've made; these are the deals we are seeking to make with Nebula now.
that's what I was looking at. Why can't we make a deal with her to? We're going to either have to end her, or we're going to have to make a deal. And since I think we would anger the queen, I think we need to make some sort of deal.
I guess we have to figure out what parameters. I guess we've laid out what we want, and then I guess we got to figure out how we can get her to tell us what her home is, so that we can see if that's something we can actually give to her.
So, problem is that Nebula's got layered pacts that's preventing her from actions against Thalia that needs to be broken. Part of that pact was the negotiations with the Queen that stands before us. And then I'm sure there's something else on top of that that's preventing her talking about her home and where she comes from. We don't even know what she was before she was made beautiful to begin with, which may or may not be some type of indication associated with where she comes from as well. And so the Queen's already a part of the initial negotiations and pacts and things that occurred with Thalia. And then we've got all of the collective bargaining that was occurring with the court itself. So we've got conflicts just between our presence and what we're looking to accomplish, plus what's already been established and what's already been brought to bear to begin with.
We do. And unfortunately, with a pact, and Covet knows better than anybody else, it can't be talked about unless allowed or brought to the forefront already. And Leslie did that for her pretty much. Individually at first, and then as a group as a whole once we got here. So the question now is, we're technically not making the deal with her, with Nebula. We're making a deal with the Queen. And that,
So should we change our questioning from?
we lost you. Try again.
Hey, I was saying, should we stop asking her questions and politely ask the queen question?
I mean, that is an idea.
Yeah, they can't be direct questions. Maybe something like, is there anything that can be done to help undo all these, deals?
We could get the Scriker involved.
Striker is, I mean, that's scary in itself, but at the same time, it looks like she wants the deal, like she wants the pact so she can stay pretty, but she doesn't want to be here.
That's why I was saying the person that holds the deal is the queen, so let's deal with her too.
But they're binding, so you have to either find a way to dissolve, supersede, or negate to move from one to another.
Yes, but then you always go to the stronger part of the person that's in the deal.
So the person that we should be asking what is allowed should be the queen. Because she would know the deals. Or most of them at least. Because Lord knows that Covet doesn't tell Leslie everything.
And heaven knows that when we do that, we have got to be careful. Because the word smite comes to comes to thought here.
I think the queen's asking why she should be involved in this at all.
So what do we do?
I mean, my thought is we say like we're not asking her to enforce a deal yet, but we're trying to make one now, and then
See, we need her so we can bring people from the other plane.
It is one
We can-
method. It is not the only method.
Right.
I think we're also planning on having the Sultan's mages
Yeah.
do a lot of the heavy lifting there.
My
Just don't
question
know.
is, why is the queen involved in this at all?
Because she's the patron, like Leslie is mine.
I understand that.
Go against what her patron has stated.
But my question is, what did the patron say? Why does she want control of Shantari Grove? Her kingdom lost a valuable trade partner. Power for what end? You see what I'm saying?
Power for power.
Going to give you
And I
guys
don't
a
know
point of
how my
insight.
mother ties up in all of this.
Say that, Jan.
I'm going to give you guys a point of insight here that might help you guys. When dealing with creatures of this type, determine what could they be afraid of, or what do they desire? What is their motivation? And Ayla's on the right track. Power for power's sake is pointless. What would these people want to avoid? Some people do things because they're afraid of being hungry, being hurt, etc.
The
That may
encroachment
be a
of
way
the
that
shadows
you
into the
determine
glum
this.
court.
Go ahead. Sorry.
The encroachment of the shadows into the glum court.
Can I get an insight check from Twilight's call. Because Twilight's on pretty good track. Would you like to re-roll that, sir? Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Burning my inspiration and trying this again.
Sure.
Oh, not
Can I
much better.
can I give him my inspiration?
Yes, sir, you can.
I give him my
All right,
inspiration.
it's going 3 for 3. Let's go. 19.
All right, so I'm gonna send you a lovely note here, Twilight's Call. Does that make sense? Ah, laughs in GM.
So there would need to be an alternate location if that's no
Or-
longer available.
Or something else. That's up to you guys to enjoy and have fun with. But I did warn you guys before coming into the Glum Court. Unsealing Court of the Fae. Now
And
you realize the
out
situation.
of again, continuing out of character.
Sure, out of character. guys can discuss.
Custodian and warden are synonymous.
Are you asking me or are you telling the rest of the
I'm
party?
asking you.
Oh, in this case, yes.
All right. So again, out of character.
Sure,
to
we're still
the
out of character. I'm not going to
players,
make you
not
guys be in
not
character
the
till you say so.
characters themselves, to
Yep.
the players.
To the players.
Think Chantara Grove as Alcatraz.
So all the
Or
creatures
the
and
entire
beings,
nation- or the entire nation of Australia at one point in time.
yeah. So all the creatures that have wronged the Glom Court,
The Gloam Court enter and move their influence and encroachment or otherwise get banished or otherwise relocated to Chantara Grove.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that being said, wasn't at one point, and this is again out of character, wasn't at one point Nebula opening portals to the Dark Frost?
yes.
Yes, she was.
Thalia did.
So, in theory, couldn't we have her move the entirety of the wardens to the Dark Frost? And GM, author to author, this hurts so
You're
freaking much.
welcome so much. This has been in play for years.
Yeah, I know, but still, I didn't realize that this was how it was going to happen. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So in theory, we could have it where she can be the warden, continue to be the warden, just not in Chantara Grove, to the Dark Frost, which is where she's been trying to go this entire time, apparently.
Would you like to make another insight check?
I would. $21.
I will send you a note. Thank you, Ayla.
Ah, mine keep going down.
Here you go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I kind of figured as much. But then it's again on a proverbial island. Okay.
I wonder if this whole thing has gone the way the Queen really wanted it, though.
May I? So, question, GM.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. So right now we're facing a moral dilemma. We free Shantara, letting the shadows spread naturally back out across the Fae instead of it being concentrated. Or we ship them off to the material plane.
How about a dungeon in the material plane?
I mean, we're already planning on sending the Child of Shadows back to Oshikvok.
Yeah.
You know, we cleared a whole dungeon.
I do have to say that, like, shifting the entire burden of the problem to the material plane, like, would I think that would very much be against this Lauren's oath.
Oh yeah.
No, that would be a complete non-starter.
Oh well.
That really doesn't solve the problem, it just moves it. Unless we can send him to the prison of Shadar Shaddai.
Which we just cleared out.
I know.
So
That's
it's
what I
got
was
lots of
suggesting.
space.
The vault is still time.
Yeah. That could
Yeah.
be some other campaign's problem, not ours anymore. But that could be a solution. But we'd have to talk to Sultan Legos about it.
Or we condense and isolate, still in Shantara, but not with the leeching of influence that it currently has.
What if Shantara had its own vault of still time?
That would be workable. The moose will
That
start digging.
prevents external reach across any plane. Bring
There would
in
have to-
celestial, fey, and material wards, bindings, and otherwise to prevent any external influence.
And there would have to be some contracts made among Fae to agree not to try to open portals to other places to release these things.
Oh no, that's part of the wards that would be associated
I,
with
I
this.
understand. I understand that, but still, that the wards will prevent people from trying.
Repeat that, please.
The wards will not prevent people from trying to open portals, whatever, to get shadows or whatever out.
Oh, Shiza, we are making a whole nother Judge of the Dead situation.
Yes, I know.
Yes, you're right, Captain.
That's it, Captain.
But no, that goes back to the whole Thalia as a custodian. We just now make the custodian a warden. We put her in a location where she is the pathway. She receives all of those that's coming out of the Gloam Court, the Sealy Court, and the others. We do not allow their spread across this plane or the next. And it gets, for lack of a better term, imprisoned on a small portion of Shantara Grove.
And that wouldn't go against Islarin's pact, I don't vow, I don't think. And would that be natural enough for Eowyn and their god to be happy as well? That's the questions right there for me.
You know, wouldn't go against my oath at all, because I mean, my oath is to protect the material plane. Just, you know, do you want to concentrate all the shadows in one place? A practical question.
Yeah, but how about Aowen?
If
Would this work with Eowyn, though? Eowyn?
I'm honestly not too sure myself.
Would your god be okay with it? Would it be natural enough for your god to be okay with all the shadows that are currently occupying Shantara Grove, which is unnatural, put them in a location where they can be contained? Would
Can
that
I
be
get
okay?
a religion check from Eowyn only? Because the rest of you haven't really been privy to Eowyn's faith this entire campaign. So
That's
I'm not
That's
going to
fine.
let anyone else roll. Eowyn, do you want to re-roll that using your inspiration? You never use yours.
I forget I have it sometimes.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I'll re-roll it.
Very well. Oh, with a 20, I can sense the smile. I'm going to send you a note, Eowyn. It's fun. I don't usually get to send Eowyn very many notes. There you go. Does that make sense? Ayla and Eowyn have both been granted inspiration. Ayla's already got it, so we'll have to pass that over. We'll do Twinkle. That's okay.
Oh, that's fine. Thank you, whoever.
Thank you.
Basically, my god would be okay with it.
Does that make sense, though, Eowyn? Yes?
It does.
Okay, cool. Now,
So
The question would be, Twilight, where would we need to set this up? I mean, we've got to go in here with a plan. We can't just leave it to chance. I can.
of course.
what's the worst that could happen?
Of course you can. What's the worst that could happen? I know
That's
exactly
my-
the perfect spot for this, says GM Aaron.
Well, then you want to enlighten us?
Oh, no. No. But if you do decide to leave it to chance, there's a place where I'm going to put this, and it's great.
Okay.
But you may not like it.
What?
What, in
Okay.
Twilight's house?
No,
So
I'm not doing that.
there isn't okay. We had talked about Shantara and finding her, and I remember at one point, and this is in my notes as well, that there was. Isn't there a labyrinth under Shantara Grove?
Correct.
That was. It's under the statue of Shantara, isn't it?
Correct.
And that's where you want to put it, isn't it?
No.
What
If you guys want to put it there, that's perfectly fine. We can do that one. That's perfectly fine. I'm okay with checkmarking that one. But I had a different idea. That's even worse.
Okay, so according to GM, my idea is not too bad. Okay, what?
I don't know enough about Shantara to make a prediction. That's why I put the question to Twilight.
I'm waiting for y'all to finish going back and forth so I can actually provide an answer.
Thank
Well,
you.
the thing is that there are things that we're trying to come up with. So what if we cleared out that labyrinth underneath Shantara's statue? Or isn't, and then put the shadows there? Would that...
Can we hear Twilight's answer too?
I'm just waiting. Are we done?
We're asking if this is a good idea for you, sir.
Oh, I was asked a question, and I'm sitting here waiting for all of the discourse to stop first.
And we could also like circle back once we progress the conversation some more and like get more information.
The location itself is agnostic. The potential of housing a, lack of a better term, penitentiary for shadows and other unsavory like is within the realm of considerations. If that is the bargain or the agreement that needs to be struck, then there would have to be some type of buy-in to support, establish, or otherwise enable this thing. What I don't know is size, scale, scope, exact location, and what that would have in terms of impacts to the overarching cleansing, the bringing back of Chantara herself, and whether or not we can leverage Fae, celestial, mortal, divine, or otherwise, to prevent any type of influence getting into or out of once this thing is established.
What if they go through? And this is just semantics here, but what if they went through a portal and I closed it with, like, we make sure that all of the entrances and exits are closed, and they go through a portal, and I close the portal with the Baneful Ashwitch Fire.
We could put them all in the Magnificent Mansion.
No, that's open. I could close that portal and then never be in. Destroy the book.
Problem is that this is just the initial. It won't be the totality. It also meets the initial inclinations of establishing Thalia as a custodian that came from the Queen of the Sealy Court. The back end, dark side of that exact same coin for the Queen of the Unseelie Court would be the Warden of the exact same threat that both queens fear. But I don't know, again, what size of this thing and what that would do to the remainder of Chantara Grove to establish this place that has removal of all external influence and establishing Thalia as an internal custodian of this forevermore.
GM, I just rolled an Arcana check.
Sure. What are you trying to determine?
If we did this, how much of a impact would it have on the grove itself in regards to how do I put it? Influence, corruption, that sort of thing on the grove itself, if we did this. And on the shrine of Shantara herself.
I don't want it tied to the Shrine of Chantara.
Well, that's the thing, the labyrinth.
I didn't say labyrinth. You did.
Okay.
I said location agnostic.
Location agnostic. Okay.
Well, to answer Covet's question as opposed to Twilight's explanation, I'm going to address Covet's question specifically. Getting rid of the shadows will lessen the corruption of the Shantara Grove, and isolating them in another prison somewhere will shift it, and Shantara could be cleansed. That's answering the specific question I was asked. And I know you're not happy with that.
Well, it was more specific. What I had in my mind was more specific location, but I'll take it.
If you want to ask a more specific location, in the case of burying the shadows underneath Shantara Grove and the Shantara Statues Labyrinth, that's just pushing the problem away for another time. Eventually, stuff will get out. We know that. So,
yeah.
Burying it under Shantara Grove, not the best idea. And I get an insight check from Covet once again, because the player is stewing as to where we could do this, if I'm reading the player correctly.
I'm gonna burn that inspiration.
You're gonna burn the inspiration? Very well.
Oh my god.
Oh well.
Wow. I have.
You can have mine.
Ayla's inspiration used?
Thank you. 23.
Awesome.
That's better.
Cool.
Sorry, guys. I am one that when it comes to stuff like this, it's a puzzle, and I won't let go. Sorry, guys.
Yep. Covet and Ayla have both been granted inspiration.
Leslie would love that.
Just saying. You put the dominoes in front of the other.
I know her ultimate plan too. So
Care to share with the rest of the class?
I mean,
Ah,
likes
da, 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 da.
who likes chaos?
Well, let's see. I do have a note of always changing my mind. Well, almost. Changeability is good, and I live by my own set of weird and wonderful rules. So, sure.
There's this place in archival called the Spire of Shadows. We could send her. Holy smoke! We could send her back to her own freaking patron. And her patron could have fun with that.
Her patron would love to get her hands on them anyway.
Who's your patron?
And
Send the child back with attachments
yeah, and then
or with interest.
and then Twilight, again out of character, would also know what the plan is, what Leslie had told Covet, because she was given permission to tell Twilight this, and while she's dealing with all that chaos, Leslie. I like this plan. This is a good plan.
Take the domino.
So, and
That could
would
work really well, you know?
It really could, and it would be beneficial, at least in Covet's eyes, for everyone as a whole. At the moment.
Okay, I had to step out for a minute. So if we send all these things over to the Lady of Shadows, won't that make her more powerful?
Too powerful.
That's what I'm thinking.
And chaos ensues for her, because she won't be able to control it, and somebody can come in who can. And it's
Is
not
Lauren
Thalia.
going to break your oath?
Yes.
Dang it.
Like bringing shadows onto the material plane to create enough chaos like that.
It wouldn't be
Wait.
bringing them to the material plane to cause chaos. It would be sending them back where they started to begin with.
Wait, did all these shadows start on the material plane?
Thalia is.
Can I get an insight
the
check
Lady of
from
Shadows.
Miss Lauren? We are pulling back the onion today. Miss Lauren, would you like to use your inspiration?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I'm sticking with it.
You're gonna have fun. I love, as a player, I've known you for years and years, and whenever you stick with it, it comes out as a great story. Continue.
So, in all honesty, Covet would be telling Miss Lauren that the shadows would be going back to where they started from.
Maybe not the exact location they started from, but as Thalia is the Lady of Shadows protege, that's the word. The power came from the Lady of Shadows, or how the teaching came from the Lady of Shadows. So they essentially all originated with the Lady of Shadows. But remember, the Lady of Shadows has been here for like hundreds of years on the material plane, and we have no clue how powerful she is. She could contain these things herself. I mean,
Yes,
somebody
whereas
taught Thalia how to do it.
That was her, but Thalia went rogue.
the way I see it, there's two outcomes. One, either the Lady of Shadows is able to control them, she grows more powerful, and that balance of power, that's between her and Leslie, as far as does not want to get involved in that. But if she were to decide to use them, then that's a problem. And the other option is that she can't control them, and that causes chaos, and that causes potential harm to people on the material plane, and that's also a problem.
Then we can blow up Ochako.
That I think is Lauren's right.
But yeah, it's Lauren's right. It either works or it doesn't work. I mean, but that's going to be true no matter what we do. It's going to work or it's not going to work. No matter whether we make a new prison in Shantara or somewhere else, whether we make it a portal to send them all to the Dark Frost area or whatever, it's either going to work or it's not going to work.
I vote for what GM was thinking. Let's go in there, do this, and then figure it out where to put them.
I love the Winkle answer. So just let's figure it out by the seat of our pants. Winkle's up.
I want to try my new moose chop.
I left off with the Queen asking us,
What would you have her do with Nebula Angels?
Well,
and
it's-
why should she enforce
why would she-
the deal that
Correct. Why should she enforce the deals that you've made with others?
exactly?
Oh, I've got a response to all of that if y'all are ready.
Ready?
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
go for it.
Cool.
Okay.
We are going back into character now. Why should I enforce deal that you have made with others?
Your Majesty, the answer is simple. Because when you support an agreement and deals made by others, it ceases to be theirs and it becomes yours. Your support does not bind their intentions, it binds them to your boundaries, it binds them to your whims, it binds them to your desires and goals. It defines the limits that they must obey, and your support does not elevate others, it elevates your domain. The dilemma that we face touches every realm. It touches the unseelie courts, the seelie courts, the Fey realms as a whole, and the mortal material plane alike. We go into Chantara to cleanse it, and in that cleansing, the shadows tied to it must go somewhere. If we leave things the way they are, the shadows will disperse naturally across the Fey realms, and while that restores the old balance, it poses a risk, touching courts and domains in the realm as a whole that are not mine, and it impacts yours. However, if I send these shadows to the material plane, I protect the Fey realms as a whole, but I burden the material plane with the darkness that they did not earn. Neither path is clean. Neither path is just. There is a third option, and this is one that myself and my party is inclined to consider. A place where the shadows that currently corrupt my homeland can be still helped, where their influence does not spread. It is an exiling. It is a prevention of them being manipulated. It is a prevention of them being used or leveraged. A vault of such a contained location, a place where the shadows answers to no ambition and it threatens no realm and no plane. Nebula carries the threads woven by hands that do not answer to your authority. Her future belongs in the realm where her past began, and I accept her, if you would allow, into my charge to address her consequences. Her burden would be mine and not yours. With the establishment of this vault or like location, it cannot stand without a custodian or a warden. Thalia Never's world's influence is extended beyond her role and capacity and spreads beyond her means. Though some may consider it a rebellion, I call it overreach. If this vault or like structure or location is to remain stable with all the wards and protections and control measures put in place, it must be tended by one who understands the shadow but can no longer extend it. If we reduce her to a warden, a custodian, bound by oath to maintain what she once overstepped, in that role, she cannot intrude upon your court, she cannot spread her influence, and she cannot twist the occupants to her advantage. Your Majesty, this vault would not answer to me alone. It would answer to this pact that you have upheld with your support. It becomes a structure that honors your dominion, protects your court, and prevents the corruption from touching any realm without your permission. That is why you should support others' agreements, because when you support them, they cease to be theirs, but become yours.
You have spoken eloquently. However, in order to enforce the pacts you have made, I would be bound to break a pact with one that I have allied myself with. I believe. I'm going to ask for a persuasion check from Twilight. With a 22, Twilight, are you going to accept that roll?
I have no inspiration, so I have to.
Very well.
That's a low roll for me.
I know. I believe that your plans will further my domain. So, I will agree to your terms. I will usher Nebula Angel Sin into your care and subject her to your dominion. After, and only if, you are able to break my pact with her. To that end, you will have to seek out one of the most dangerous people in the Fey realms. One that I am not pleasantly familiar with. She resides here within our court from time to time, so the search will not be hard, but negotiating with her will. You must speak to the Skriker. Convince her that the benefit for the Fey realms is greater than my bond of a pact. Convince her of this, and my pact will be broken by her. Nebula will be yours, and my powers will then go towards enforcing your new bargain. Is that acceptable?
Out of character. Of course it wouldn't be that easy.
Of course it wouldn't be. It's not gonna be as easy as, oh, I break my deal. She wants to cover her ass and is doing so by making you do the work of talking to the striker and convincing the striker that the benefit for the Fey realms is greater than enforcing a pact.
So, again, out of character, wouldn't the striker want to break this pact to begin with?
Potentially. That's up to you and the striker to involve.
Insert 4-letter word.
Yes. Insert 4-letter word.
We're just gonna
Starts
go
with an
ahead and
F.
say Scheiße.
Insert a
Yeah.
4-letter word that starts with F and ends with the letter E, has in the middle. Fine.
Outwardly, Covet is just like stone poker face, right?
Is she though?
Inside, she's like, oh, scheiße.
Can I get her
Winkle's over
deception
there.
check?
Winkle's over there. Listen.
Gio?
Good, Winkle. Deception for Covet. Go ahead. Winkle?
Okay, just Winkle's over there kind of looking around, and unfortunately, because of his headband, he
Huh?
understands what's happening,
Yep.
and he's just going moose poo.
Moose poo indeed. A giant
So
pile
Twilight
of it.
will
Deception 22.
Yeah, you're good. You hold your poker face.
Okay,
Poker
cool.
face. Twilight, you gained 1 point. However, that did not get inspiration. For those who don't know, he walked over and poked her cheek.
No, he said I do not get an inspiration, I just get one.
Not worth it.
So as much as the player loves the idea of the striker and probably would want Twilight to eventually become one,
Oh, that
just
could
because
still happen.
Twilight himself is not looking forward to interacting with the striker.
Uh-huh.
Um,
That's the whole
but
point.
will accept this requirement from the queen.
Very well. When you are ready, we will return. And with a swoosh of leaves and twigs and fungal molds, 2 of them disappear. Now you're left with how to find the striker.
Covet is. She looks around. Is there anybody actually watching them at the moment that she can tell that
No.
she's.
Roll a perception check with an 11. No.
You just see her take a deep breath and go, Scheiße.
Great. You're fine. You're fine.
You know, the striker was like, you know, something that we were told as children, nightmares.
I am aware. And Twilight is just fidgeting with his mustache, his whiskers, a lot more at this what's getting ready to occur.
And no, Winkle, I would never offer you up as a snack for the striker. Don't I wonder how he tells me all these things with a bit in his mouth and a muzzle?
Twilight will seek out the Duke at the front gate to see if the Duke knows.
You turn and the entrance to the courtroom. Sing.
Uh-oh.
Great. Of course it is. So Covet's gonna kind of center herself just a little bit. And is the floor still really, really gross here?
It is.
Great. Does anybody have prestidigitation?
No. I love the fact you're yelling across the house, trying to get
Yeah,
a floor
seriously,
cleaned.
next.
As the popcorn bucket comes in, what?
Yes. Absolutely 100%. You do not question the snacky snacks. So, with the prestidigitation and everything that's going to happen, Covet is just, she's like, this is going to be really gross, but I have to have something that will calm me down just a little bit. And she does the one thing that she can that only she can think of right now, and that is use legend lore.
Cool.
And use it on for Shadow's Whisper.
Oh, crap. All right.
She doesn't want to think about. She doesn't want to think about the Skriker at all at the moment. That's like bedwetting material.
Okay. Here we go. Doing it on Shadow's Whisper. Throw the GM for a loop. All right.
Ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
I'm warming you up for when Astrid becomes a lore bard.
Sure. All right. Shadow's Whisper. The legendary woman who married Knight's Call, become the Queen of Shantara Grove. Formerly of the Unseelie Court, the Gloam Court, council member and spy master. Beautiful, seductive, believed to be either a succubus, a hag, or some fairy with a powerful, enthralling capacity. It's rumored that she charmed Knight's Call in order to fulfill her own aims. She was the right-hand servant of Queen Melthrixa and provided her with immense amounts of information regarding the Fey realms. Conniving and beautiful. But she went missing years and years ago, prior to the fall of Shantara Grove. No one knew what happened to her, but it's rumored that she still lives within the court of the Unseelie, haunting the halls in her own way, watching and listening to everything that happens. And with that, GM Eric's going to take about a 90-second break. Bathroom, and I'll be right.
So she's in the hall.
We just had the same freaking thought, Twilight and I did. Out of character.
Okay, what?
I'm getting ready to go see my mama.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah. That's the theory. We'll see.
Interesting.
Somehow this seems appropriate for Mother's Day weekend.
So I'm going going back and reading everything that I had written about the Skriker. Hi, Twilight. That's hilarious if it is. I'm gonna laugh. But that's out of character.
Because why wouldn't you need to go see your mother-in-law?
Hi, Mom. This is why I need prestidigitation so bad.
You have what?
Most attention.
Oh, God.
I'm back. Sorry for that. Hello.
Hi.
So, Covet and I just had the exact same thought at the exact same time.
Yes. And that thought was,
Hi, Mommy.
She needed to visit my mother-in-law. Her mother-in-law.
is that what you say in character?
No. It's just a theory.
If she supposedly is roaming these halls, why couldn't he call for Mama?
Because we don't know if it is her. Oh, ghost. Ghost. Ooh, that is a good question. You want to try
Call-
it?
Call mommy.
Call for Mama. See who answers.
I share all of this information about the Skriker to the group with legend lore.
You asked about Shadow's Whisper.
Well, yeah, excuse me, Shadow's Whisper. So I'm like, I just need to stay calm. So, yeah, I mean, she could be here somewhere, right?
That would be an interesting reunion.
What's the harm? You are her son if she is here.
And it casts see invisibility to see if there's anyone lurking.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, I've got Devil's Sight.
Devil Sight allows you to see in magical darkness. That won't help here.
That's it? Okay.
Yep, that's all Devil Sight does. Yep.
I misread it then.
Yep. All good. See invisibility. Seeing invisible things here, you're going to see a large, in the scale of thousands, of invisible runes all over this court. This throne room is littered with them. They're on every free piece of masonry and floor, the glass, the vines, the trees. This place is infused with magical energy. However, you see no creatures with your see invisibility. Can I get your perception check, though? See nothing here. We're certain there is nothing here other than the rest of you. far as animate creature goes.
And when Covet says that Shadow's Whisper potentially still haunts these halls, it's like, I wonder where Shadow Whisperer is.
I know the entrance is gone now, but is it possible to venture further into the halls?
You can. Can I get a history check from Islarin to think back to nursery rhymes and fairies tales? With the 22, delving too far in here will lead you into a labyrinth from which you will never escape. At least without the help of a minotaur.
But a Musatar.
The Musatar in our group has the capacity to do something that most player characters don't. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that for you guys, because I think that our Musatar friend didn't realize he had this capacity.
To navigate a labyrinth?
It is to navigate a labyrinth. A labyrinthine recall.
To I don't know, old ancient stories, literally.
Coolness.
That, if you go looking into your sheet, if you go under features and traits, it's the very next to last thing in there, Blink. Or second to last.
Coolness.
So, are you going to take your Minotaur into the depths of the Unseelie Court building?
Guys want to go?
I'm gonna consider it unless anyone has any better ideas, but otherwise, I mean, doesn't seem like anyone's showing up if we just stay here.
Well, I don't see us finding this, excuse me, the Skriker by standing here. And I think the Skriker must be somewhere in here, or the court entrance would not have disappeared.
Okay.
So we're going to continue walking around the labyrinth.
Sure.
Winkle leading the charge as
Well-
we look for the Skriker, right?
I think we might need to take the muzzle off of him.
Yeah.
You mean don't lead the Minotaur by the nose?
No.
No, not if he's going to tell us which way we need to go.
We take it off now so we can use it later.
Certainly, my love.
Get some.
And I put it back in my backpack.
Uh-huh. All right. So, you guys heading into the labyrinth. Awesome. As you guys delve deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, you, Winkle, need to roll your survival check to be able to find the path through the labyrinth. Winkle, you find your way into the labyrinth flawlessly. With
That was Twilight, not Winkle.
Oh, that was Twilight. Card. Winkle survival check straight down the middle. The 15. Twilight. The supernatural aspect of this labyrinth prevents you from finding your path easily, but your Minotaur friend is unaffected by such a thing. Boykle, after an entire day of searching the labyrinth, you're able to return here.
Okay.
How long would you like to spend searching the labyrinth?
Let's go another direction.
Okay. Guys go searching in another direction in the labyrinth for another day.
Oh,
Can I get you guys to roll? Can I get Wick to roll another survival check in the labyrinth?
He gets advantage on those.
He does get advantage, so please re-roll that. Cool. Winkle, how many more days would you like to spend inside this labyrinth?
yeah, that's about it because I'm getting hungry.
All right. So 2 days. And I'm sorry, I shouldn't have made you check at all. Because apparently a Minotaur automatically succeeds against this. So you will come back out. I need everyone to scratch off at least 2 rations from your character sheets. Because you spent 2 days in the labyrinth Unseelie Court. Eventually, you'll return here to the throne room, Winkle. Having not found an exit to the labyrinth except for entrance. Along the way, inside the labyrinth, you would have found several dead bodies of people and creatures who had died of hunger. You guys can collect, if you choose to, 1 red hat that is floppy, 2 iron shod boots, each of them weighs 40 pounds, a morning star plus 2, a shield plus 1, a ring of protection, and 4 potions of supreme healing.
Oh my god, definitely Snatch shows up. Can we have a list? Because I was trying to write it down, but I couldn't find it.
Sure. Two iron boots, 40 pounds. 1 star. 1 You're missing something. Floppy hat, the iron boots, morning star plus 2.
Ring of protection.
A ring of protection. Yep. There you go.
Can anybody use any of this? I mean,
Yeah, Winkle's getting the potions because he has none.
I got potions. It's not enough.
I think that at least one should go. I think 2 should go to Boinkle and 2 should go to Islaren. Islaren is definitely our front runner, so she needs.
Okay, so
Oh,
Winkle
I-
says fine.
Does anybody need a ring of protection?
already have one, and I guess we can store it. No one claims it.
Does it require a tune?
Yes.
What,
does.
the ring of protection?
Yes,
Go
they do.
for it.
Yeah, it requires attunement.
As far as the shield, I think Eowyn might be the only one who uses shields but doesn't already have a shield +1 or better.
I'll put the ring of protection in the party inventory. Awen, are you going to take that shield?
He needs it.
I'm sure.
Oh, you guys return to the throne room and realize that there's something that you will have to do in order to get the Skriker to it, opposed to simply trying to find them.
Do we have to say their name 3 times?
Gotta have a mirror.
Hey, I mean, I don't know. You can holler, hey, Skriker. I don't know. But your mom may still haunt these halls, according to legend. Worst case, you could call your mom. I don't know.
After all this time.
It's legend. It's rumor. And crazier things have happened.
For real.
Twilight's not convinced, but he'll do it anyway. Hey, Shadow's Whisperer, are you there? See? Nothing.
Maybe
You
if you
hear a
call her
whisper,
mom.
Twilight.
What?
Whisper,
Whisper.
and it's hard to make out, but something said something. It was too quiet at first.
Will not quite make out what the last whispers were. He almost wonders because he no longer has a shadow, if whether or not that may impact the situation. But he'll say again, Shadow's Whisperer, are you there?
Yes. Oh.
Shadow's Whisperer, come here.
With a breeze that goes through the room, silence falls, and a figure steps out from behind one of the arches. Tall.
Whoa, she's hot. What?
Open mic is
What's
amazing.
your first reaction?
That's great.
Well, my thought was, God, she's drop dead gorgeous.
Wow.
Um, is, is, is that your mom?
Long time no see.
Who are you?
I am Twilight's Call.
My son. She steps
If
forward
you are,
towards you.
if you are Shadow's Whisperer,
I am the shadow's whisper. But your shadow is gone.
it is. For now.
Poor child. Who's done this to you?
A ally.
An ally has stolen that which is closest. I find that hard to believe.
Well, considering where we're going, I wouldn't want it used against me.
Where are you going, my
Home.
Where is home?
The Grove.
Son, the grove, not a place for you. Is overrun by the shadows.
Hence why I don't have mine currently.
Seek what from the island?
To reclaim what was belonged to us.
What is that? Patch of tree on a spit of land?
Well, it's where I grew up, ish. Until it was taken. It's where I resided. It's the only thing I had left.
Nostalgia. That's what I. Boy.
In the absence of anything else, you cling to what remains.
She approaches you. Almost like a predator. Her hand reaches up but does not touch your face. My child, I had greater hopes for you. Simply taking back the Shantara Grove. If that is what you desire, then I will work with you to achieve it. But you are destined for so much more.
Well, not much I can say beyond. How does he want to put this? When one's home is taken, when one is forced to be raised within a temple, when one has to work for others in order to achieve one's ends, you do what one can. You speak of greater destinies and other visions of grandeur. All I have is what I can see.
And what do you see?
Somebody who wasn't there.
She nods. For that, my child, I apologize. You deserved to grow secure in who you were. I ensured that you survive who you were. I did what was necessary, and I would do so again for my offspring, my legacy, my one and only child. You are more important to me than the entirety of the Fey realms of the material planes combined. I would burn them all in order to ensure your prosperity.
Well, considering who I have standing beside me, I consider myself pretty prosperous. Mother, I'd like you to meet my wife, Covet.
Lady Von Sin, I presume.
Covet, Sin, Call.
Indeed. Married. That's perfect. Twilight, you've been more successful than I could have ever hoped. And these others, the ambassador, the future leader of the Blue Cloaks, a prince of the plains and a princess of the Carial Isles. You have made a powerful ally.
In an attempt to reclaim the grove.
The Grove. Let us be frank. Twilight. The Grove itself, the tree, and the land do not matter. They are inconsequential compared to the forces and influences at play. Trees and ground can be replaced. What is going on there? Greater than you or I. Your father still resides there. They attempted to free him. I failed.
And by what means did you attempt?
I went there myself. I infiltrated into the Shintara Grove, but I was turned away by a Minotaur with two ferocious, and he guards the grove with dangerous passion.
I almost wonder, Mother, in your webs, plans, plots, visions of grandeur, if when you disappeared, that pushed Father for his experiments or otherwise.
His experiment, his dealings with Duldrin's shadow scar. Duldrin came here first, to the Unseelie Court. The Queen turned him away and sent him to the repository of magical creation here in the Fey Realms. Our home. Duldrin went there, came to your father, and offered him a deal, one that he could not refuse, to receive his progeny as part of the creation of a monster. In exchange, Duldrin would spare the Shintara Grove being destroyed. Your father, against my wish, agreed to the deal. I attempted to dissuade him, but I was bound to not tell my husband that I was part of the Queen's entourage. I was bound to remain silent as far as my relationship with Unseelie Court. Your father did not know, so my protestations fell on deaf ears as he sought to protect the grove that he cared so much about. I knew what Duldrin was up to. I sought to stop it. I have ever since worked within the Unseen to ensure that you are protected and that the shadows remain limited to the Shintara Grove themselves. The shadows live, Twilight. They crawl, they manipulate, they terrify. We can use such creatures for our own aims, but they also use us for their own. Without us, they cannot travel. They cannot influence, not terrify. We are bearers of our own doom. So, we must be very cautious as to how we handle them. Your goal to return to the Shintara Grove is understandable. Wish to return that, find nostalgic, the way it once was. Correct?
And remove the corruption that currently resides there.
Can never truly return home. Have you heard that saying before?
Only in the fact that once was will never be the future.
Precisely. Shintara Grove of your memories, gone. Dead. It can never recover. However, it is possible for a new grove to flourish. The old would have to be removed. Shadows purified, the dangers eliminated, and Shintara herself would have to return to power. I believe that you and your allies are capable of this.
And those that they represent.
In that case, how can I help?
In the near term, we seek the Skriker. the queen has offered an opportunity along with Nebula, but requires the removal of her old pact.
Your mother looks at you and squints. My dear child, you have found her.
Just for the record, we were right.
Yep.
Out of character, just saying, went back and looked at the notes and the description of the Skriker, and I was like, hey, Twilight, that's you.
Twilight. I took on the role of the Skriker because I listen and take notes, everything around. I was fortunate to have a very good memory of every word spoken in my presence. Your ally here, Ambassador, is very shrewd with her spellcasting, but lacking in her capacity for perception. Stealth. King. Miss Lauren, you'll now realize that she was just hiding. Previously, she wasn't invisible.
Makes sense.
I listen to all the pacts that happen within this court, and Queen Melthrixia knows it. The key to breaking a pact, Twilight, is establishing that the pact was never truly formed or is already broken. The manipulation of wordplay. Do you remember when you were a child and your father promised you an allowance that he would pay you tomorrow and yesterday? Never today?
But never today.
Precisely. It took you determining that tomorrow would take place on a certain date and getting him to agree to pay you on that date as opposed to tomorrow. Remember,
Had to specify a time frame.
precisely. Wordplay, my dear child. You were taught this, raised upon it. And from what I have seen of your presence here in the court, you learned. So, I will assist you in your aim to claim the power of Nebula Angelston from Queen Melthrixia, the Briar Crown. We will break their pact. We'll do so simply. Not difficult. It must only be pointed out that Nebula Angelston has failed in her bargain. The trick for you is this. You did not know what the bargain was between Queen Melthrixia, the Briar Crowned, and the one who is now known as a the one who had once been the Silk Minister, Rissa, was empowered to ensure that the shadows went to Shintara. she is the one who made the deal with Duldrin Shadowscar. In order to drive the shadows away from here, from this place. A few have leaked. You can see them there. But Methrixia has removed the most dangerous one for prison. The fact that some have leaked out and still exist indicate that Nebula failed in her task, an impossible task that could have never been achieved. And granted,
Thank you. I'm gonna need it.
point out to the Queen that Nebula has failed for all the shadows to go to the Chintara Grove. And she will be forced to break the pact with the minister. Nebula Angelsin will exist no more, thereby fulfilling your bargain with the mask. Your deals in an effort to rid Nebula Angelsin of power, strip her of her knowledge, and gain that which you desired will all be achieved by removing the identity of Nebula Angelsin back to the Silk Minister. Then, to remove her completely, you will have to perform a banishment upon what remains. The Silk Minister must return to her home plane of existence, and you must ensure that the banishment holds.
For the record, I do not have banishment, and I'm not sure who in the party does.
I do.
And we'll go with whomever has the highest charisma.
I don't have it, so
Fortunately, I have strong and competent allies who possess the necessary skill.
Very good. I knew that my son would find allies strong enough, should he ever return. I've put in place the variety of safeguards. No one knows I still am. The Duke believes I am dead. The mask believes that I am a story lost to time. Rithric brought me word that you had been here. Only he knows where I hide within the court. Grandmother suspects, and the Seneschal is oblivious. Lady Morndew is an idiot, as he is Lord Crannock. So, I believe that you have this under control, my son. Point out the weakness and flaws in their pact. Strip Nebula of the blessings of Queen Methrixia. Banish Nebula, or what remains. And your ability to fill all the pacts at once will be complete, thus unlocking the barrier to the Chintara Grove and the compulsion for more shadows to go there. Nebula gone, Chintara Grove will no longer be reinforced, but will be rather stuck in the shadows that are already there.
Here, I thought I could make use of Nebula.
Nebula is a tool. Yes. What would you do with the ability to draw shadows to one place?
Bind them and keep them there.
They are currently bound and kept.
Not without spreading their influence to other planes and realms.
You speak of Thalia Neverworld. The Fae who would reach Archfadum. She has tried. In some ways succeeded by manipulating the powers that are around her. Cautious of that one. If you had not married Covet von Sindhal, she nods to Covet, I would have recommended that you marry Thalia Neverworld for power.
At that point, you actually hear Covet audibly growl. Something very, very fey. Just very primal fey.
Uh-huh. I think your choice is the better of the two, though.
I agree. She's not my type.
Perhaps not. But,
I was almost afraid you were going to say Raffinus.
oh, dear. Raffinus and I, well, we go way, way, way.
Oh, you are one of her contacts.
Of course. You didn't think that she got so good at being a bard on her own.
Of course not.
She needed inspiration. Stories. And what better stories than the fairy tales of the dark?
She's had me as her muse for the last 10, 20 years.
Of course. Who do you think told her of you?
You
Only
wouldn't happen to know
my
Eric
son.
Gallo.
Go ahead.
You wouldn't happen to know Arigella, would you?
Arigella?
Mm-hmm.
Arigella von Sin.
Mm-hmm.
I knew of her, yes. I don't know
Weren't
her
close.
personally.
Okay. Just curious.
Why?
Sorry.
Seems like a random curiosity.
You just think a lot alike.
I suppose I should take that as a compliment.
Take it as one.
Is that your mother?
She is.
Interesting. I will take it as a compliment. So, Twilight, do you have any questions for your dear mother?
What was this vision of grandeur that you had as my imposed definition of success?
Not imposed. Hoped for. I hoped that you would become king of the Unseelie Court.
Not by marriage, I hope.
No. Through assassination.
I see.
After all, when Queen Mithraxia's aims are exposed, her power undermined, her plots with Dildren Shadowscar revealed, her power and position in this place will be diminished. By such means, the person who revealed that could take over. If, of course, they've made allies amongst the court. Such power is taken, not given.
Twilight will look over at Covet. That would make your mother happy.
It would. It would. I'm not gonna lie, she's mentioned it a couple of times. Just not this way. But said that word specifically. And she looks at Shadow's Whisper and is just like, are you sure you don't know her very well?
No. I have never met the woman.
Has she met Leslie?
Does Ayla ask the question?
No, Ayla does not ask the question. This is the player. Sorry.
Laughs in GM.
It's the
That
worst
was
thing that
almost a
happened.
whole set of dominoes collapsing.
I do have more sense than that, and I just forgot to say this is the player. Actually.
Uh-huh.
That's all we're doing. Set him up, knock him down.
So watching from afar, pulling strings, guiding, shaping, dealing, weaving, but never there.
Always here.
That's always the answer. Never there, but always here.
Twilight, you are a strong man. You didn't need, wanted.
Sorry, I've got words. Players got words.
What are the words?
Our, as player, out of character.
As player.
Twilight's calling Covet's parents suck.
Yes.
We have parental issues.
You think?
If she had been
parents
dark converting without a dark
parent-
converting backstory.
Their parents didn't parent.
Correct.
Apparently not.
Ah!
It's the proverbial throw them out into the middle of the lake and see if they swim, and then they'll be better for it. Congratulations, you did it.
That's
Yeah,
too
right.
close to home, you mean thing.
I know somebody whose grandfather did that
I'm looking at you, Winkle.
to someone's. But
3. The record.
sometimes a child needs wants fulfilled, not just needs.
Are we back in character?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Because
That was the
wouldn't
best
work.
answer. No.
No. But truly, I wanted to say it to Leslie and I didn't. And
Will
so
you
I
say
won't
the
say it
Shadow's
to this
Whisper?
one. I won't say it to Shadow's Whisper either.
Good, you'll live.
Yeah, that was my thought. Yes, I'll live.
Good, you'll live.
But the bottom line is that neither one of them parented. They were just biological reproductive people. That's it.
So, in character, Twilight will look at his mother Let us call then the reclaiming and cleansing of the grove a stepping stone. Then we'll see where the further removal of unsavory influences get us at a later date.
Perhaps. My son, I did not wish to offend you by my absence, but rather to protect you. My presence would have drawn unneeded attention. You understand?
No, but that's okay.
Would you like a hug?
No.
Nuts.
I'll give you one. I'll give you a hug. She leans in to give him a hug.
Do you require one, Mother?
No. I simply thought it might make you feel better. From what I understand, the mortals view it as a sign of endearment as opposed to protection. Their underling, their offspring. They say nurture as opposed to protect.
You call it weakness.
No. I call it sentimentality.
So, where do we go from here?
I will
And-
disappear, and
Mhm.
when you are ready, call for the queen. Reveal the situation. Take the power that you rid us of angel sin, and all of the pacts you have made with the council will be fulfilled. Everything you have desired will come to pass.
And when do we make contact once again?
That is up to you. Would you like to see me again?
Maybe once my plans have been fulfilled, then maybe we can pursue yours.
That could be pleasant. Although I'm fairly certain that our plans are at odds with each other. Don't make us enemies. Divergent paths of fate.
Why do you see them misaligned?
Your goal is the Shantara Grove. Mine elsewhere.
One can see it as a demonstration of competence in order to potentially have a regime change in the future.
Comes up to you, and you can smell mint on her breath. Almost intoxicating. Almost charming in a weird way, Twilight. And I get a wisdom saving throw against being charmed. You have advantage on this, correct?
Yes.
The 22, you will
22.
resist, not be charmed.
Plus 5. So 27.
With the 27, she comes up to you in Twilight. Be cautious of who you make deals with in your aims. Your father made a dire mistake, in spite of what his wife told him. Take the advice of this one. Wives, usually, know better than their husband. You're a great sounding board. I'm going to turn. And she's
One
going
month.
to.
She's going to.
What? What'd you say?
It would be of a benefit to be able to receive information from your network when the time is required.
She smiles at you. I would like that. As long as we are friends.
Well, can we achieve that which you envisioned?
Precisely. Covet von Sin's call. And she comes over to you, Covet. And she's going to lean outwards. She's a little taller than you, about 1.5 inches taller. She's going to reach out with her arms. Going to pull you into a hug. And for your ears only, he's going to whisper, "Welcome to the family." Gives you a kiss on the cheek and withdraws to stand upright once again. Well, you have business to perform, and I have my own. Ambassador, and she nods at you.
I'm back at her.
Mr. Aowen, Pyromancer. Pleasure to make both of your acquaintance. Lord of the Flames, what I heard?
Yes.
I still think that's too formal.
What was that?
I still think that's too formal.
You still think that's too formal? She smiles at your discomfort. Prince Bwinkle and Princess Ayla. An honor to make your acquaintance. Do enjoy your stay here in the Fey Realms. But to all 6 of you, do not tarry here in the Unseelie Courts longer than you need to. Already been here for 3 days. Soon, the Unseelie Court will begin to influence your thoughts. Beware. We will see each other again at some point. I'm certain of it.
Of course.
And she will go behind one of the arches and disappear. And that's a great spot for us to go ahead and pause for today. Let you guys stew on this as to what you would like to do next week. Cool?
Yeah.
Because we've left you guys with a lot of stew material today. So, as you guys have met Shadow's Whisper, the Skriker, the one Fae capable of breaking pacts. You have what you need in order to undermine Nebula Angelson, remove her from the equation should you choose to, and to disempower Queen Malthrixia the Briar Crowned here in the Fae Unseelie Court. Made some major power plays today. Lots of lore reveals. Figure out where they lead next week. It really is us against the gods. As always, guys, thank you so much for choosing me. There are thousands upon thousands of great GMs out there. I'm always thankful you know someone who wants to play my games. I'd love to talk to them about getting on the wait list. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Please stay safe. Discuss how you'd like to proceed next week regarding the Queen and Nebula. Do so in the Discord chat so that we can get you guys all on the same page. A wonderful rest of your week. We'll be back this evening for the Rift Wardens as they investigate the deeper meanings of what's going on in Endland Point